If you long to see Vietnam, Cambodia, England, Scotland, India, the French Riviera, or you dream about sipping a Super Tuscan in an Italian vineyard, you can take a journey with heart, an intriguing trip and a fundraising initiative combined, and it is my pleasure to welcome restaurateur, celebrity chef John Bishop, and film, TV, and theater actor, singer, the talented Jane Mortifee, to Studio 4 to tell us more.
Hi, Fanny.
An interesting combination, you two.
Yes.
Everything I love.
Hey.
Food and song.
There you go.
And love and all of that.
All that good stuff. All that good stuff. Well, thank you for having us on, because one of the things we really want to do is talk about John's trip coming up and Journeys with Heart. Journeys with Heart, as you know, because you were there in the
I was there when Jenny Carmelli formed the committee and asked a bunch of us to come and drink coffee and come up with an idea that would be really fun and would give back to charity.
Exactly. So the two things that really make Journey with Heart different from other travel opportunities is a celebrity guest host, and then himself and yourself, and we'll talk about that in the moment. And the itinerary can be really worked around who the guest host is and what their specialty
passions
is.
Are, all of that.
And
well, you took one. Sorry,
I was just going to say the other wonderful thing about it is that part of the cost of the trip is a charitable donation to a local charity. So it is a wonderful way to give back and see the world and have a great, unique experience with somebody wonderful.
So, like Mr. John Bishop himself. But didn't you take a tour to India, and that was sort of the nub of the idea of Journeys with Heart?
That's right. We went to India 4 years ago already. Wow. And last year we went to Turkey. So two very beautiful, exotic destinations that perhaps you wouldn't, as a traveler, normally go to or have the courage to go to, but as a group, it was a wonderful, wonderful experience. So.
And it's a group with freedom. In other words,
exactly.
People hear group or tour and they think, oh, I don't know.
We went to Bombay. Some people, the hotel was so beautiful that some people chose just to stay in the hotel. And other people wanted more adventure. So it is optional, exactly.
Sure. And so in India, your job was to talk about food,
share my passion.
Share your passion.
For travel and for that culture. I'd been to India once before, so I did have some experience. So the same thing with this trip to France. It's really for me to rediscover my roots, because when I first took up cooking, studying French cooking, I did have the good fortune to cook and meet Julia Child. So part of the trip is to actually visit places that she would have visited and loved in France.
How great.
So there's a lot of nostalgia wrapped up in this. One of the greatest meals I ever had as a young chef was in Lyon. And so we're going back to Lyon, or I'll be going back. So.
Right, and you'll be talking about the food of France, of course. Would you have to cook at all?
Well, I'm hoping to. Would I have to? I'm trying to get Jenny and Tuck, the cruise line, to let me talk about my passion and perhaps design a menu and so on. So there will be, and we've got cooking classes.
You do?
Yep.
Like,
yes.
Tell me, is it a cruise, a river cruise, or what?
It's a 7-night river cruise from Lyon all the way down to the French Riviera, visiting wineries in the Rhone and restaurants. And we have a couple of days in Paris where we can go to Les Halles and so on.
Oh, yeah, the George Cinq, and just see
all
the people at Crillon.
Yes,
I went there once when I had 2 cents, and the waiters started to giggle a bit.
Yes.
And I got the menu without the prices.
Yes.
And my friend said, we're not having wine.
Danger, danger.
You're just having the first thing on the menu, and then we're leaving.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, this wonderful river cruise that John is hosting is taking place in October 20th to 30th.
Okay,
and
this year?
Yeah, this year. And there are a few spaces left, and it is a real luxury, all-inclusive, wonderful, gorgeous, gorgeous cruise. Tauk has been, in 2011, was voted the best river cruise by Travel and Leisure magazine.
Okay, so accommodation hot and all of that are not hot. That's probably not the right word. No. Accommodation comfortable and high class and all of that.
All
and
inclusive.
You give back to a charity, and your charity is?
Is the Canadian Breast Cancer this year.
Okay.
And last year was juvenile diabetes. Year before was BC Women's. So this year it's Canadian Breast Cancer. Yeah.
Okay, and the one you're just back from, and I noticed you were limping into the studio, and I hope you weren't injured on the tour.
No,
but
this
you
had
were
nothing to do with our tour.
Ms. Vicki Gabbro and Barbara Joe from Barbara
Joe.
Joe's Books to Cooks in Vietnam, Cambodia?
That's right, yeah. It was spectacular, and that was a Journeys with Heart tour as well. And one of the things I thought about when you made mention earlier about being with a group, and there was a time in my life I went, I will never go on a group tour. That's just so not my speed. And but now it's a wonderful opportunity to go somewhere, see things that I've never seen before, and have everything looked after, and it's very unique, and places that I would never find on my own.
Well, and they're not too large. It's not like you're with 100 people on a bad
20
bus.
people. Yeah.
No, you know, I got over it when I went to Umberto's cooking school.
Yes, in Tuscany.
Because it was organized but not organized, and it was so gorgeous. And we saw things in Tuscany that you would never see.
Yeah.
Because we're not Italian, or I'm not Italian, and he is. So he took us to places that were magnificent. We had olive oil tastings on mountains and met contessas. And Andre Bocelli lives around the corner.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that? His dad's a
didn't.
mechanic in Tuscany.
Well.
Yeah, so you learn all of that. So you get a part of the people, a part of the culture, all of that.
One of the other trips that's coming up with Journeys with Heart is Christopher Gaze and Vicki Gabbro on a theatre tour of Britain.
Yeah.
I mean,
She's
how
getting
exciting
two?
would that be? Yes.
And John also has another one coming up in India with a focus of tea.
Yeah, a tea. We're going to Kerala and down in the south there, discovering the whole culture of tea, and that's next spring.
Okay. And you're also going to be guest hosting with
I
Tim.
hear tell, not to be a shameless self-promoter or anything, but Tim Allison, who comes on the show, he's a sommelier and a chef de cuisine at the Institute, Pacific Culinary Institute, trains chefs, works with chefs, and is really fun. And he's been to all these places. Yes. So I said, you're perfect. You come with me, and I can sip the wine, and you can talk about it. And he knows some of the people in the vineyards. Yes. So he's connected. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes,
We haven't, we're going to Italy. That's all I know.
In May 2013, yes?
Oh, are we? Good.
I think.
I'm happy you know, because Studio 4...
Well, listen, more information is on the Journeys with Heart website.
Oh, this is good, because Studio 4 is ending. Did you know this?
Did not.
We're ending in May.
Oh.
And so I'm going to be doing a half-hour show, which gives me some time to travel, apparently.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're not...
I don't know where we're going to get the money to travel, but...
I'm glad you still got something that's
yes,
going to be happening.
It's always good to have something. You know, in this business,
really.
right?
It's like
being a singer and a player and all of that. Speaking of singing and playing, you're doing that soon.
I am, yeah. Actually, this Saturday, the 21st, at the Red Robinson Theater, there's a great program called Soul Shake, which is like the Motown Meltdown that happens here at the Commodore, and it is about 25 singers who all come together, and everybody sings a Motown tune, and it's just a smoking band and really fun. So. Yeah.
So you go to Bishop's and have some moulin frites or maybe a little organic something.
Yes.
And then you go listen to you sing. What a great night. I'm for that. Who's paying for the bus is the question.
Oh, well, that's true. That's true. We have a sponsor for that, for sure.
Yes. So now how do you pick a charity? We've picked our charity for the trip that we haven't quite planned.
That's right.
Which is the Society for Educating
Girls.
Society for Educating, BC Society for Educating Girls of Rural China.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yes.
And these are girls who come from the poorest province and would have no chance to be educated. And they actually get them to university, from what I'm understanding.
Right.
What a good cause.
Yes, exactly.
I have to go to Italy and drink wine and have so much fun.
And give back.
And eat fabulous food and search out Super Tuscans, and I have to give back? Okay.
That works. That works.
I know how to do that.
Travel with purpose.
Travel with purpose. So back to Gaze and Ms. Gabbro, Christopher Gaze, the Bard.
Yes.
Going to England. Are they doing theater, or what?
Theater and pubs, I would think.
Yeah, well, actually,
I would hope.
Well, you were born in the Wales, right?
That's right. That's right. Pub life was in those days, not anymore, unfortunately, but pub life was very much a part of the small town culture.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're going first to Scotland, doing a bit of Scotland, and then going down to England, and going, of course, to see the Globe Theatre and the Royal Shakespeare Company and Stratford-on-Avon, and also Christopher has a lot of connections there, so there'll be backstage tours and wonderful opportunities to meet designers and that kind of thing. And
he was trained in England.
Yes, he was. And
none of us could remember where.
Yeah, I know.
Some
over there, in the old country.
Some hotty-totty school.
Yeah, but they are taking, that one's sold out, but there is a waiting list. So if anybody's interested in that one, and that one is going in September 4th to 18th this year.
So how many altogether? There's Paris in France with you.
Yes,
there's
October.
Italy with me next year.
Yes, and
there's
the
Bard with Vicky and Christopher Gaze.
And then my tea tour in
the tea tour in India.
In May, actually 13.
And there are other ones that are in discussion. For example, my sister Anne may be taking one to South Africa.
Oh, because she wasn't born there.
Yes, we were.
Were you all
the
in
girls
South Africa?
Our brother was not, but all 4 of us girls were born there.
Because you can hear it in her music.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
It's etched in your DNA.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be fabulous. Do we know where yet, or is it still
no?
In
This
the
is
dream
it's
phase?
it's in the dream phase. It's in dream time right now. But and there are other people that we're talking with about hosting and possibilities coming up. So there's always something in the works.
Well, I did say to the chair of the committee, if I go along as the self-promoting celebrity, whatever they call us, the shameless self-promoter, shameless, do I have to lift bags or anything?
No. It's kind of looked after.
Or you miss connections and somebody's mad at you.
No,
do I have to be that person?
They're very well organized, really well guided. Yeah.
Everything is looked after for you, which is what I really like.
Me too.
Yep.
And I've also learned, it's also taught me, actually your wife taught me this, how to pack a very small suitcase.
Really?
Yeah. It just makes travel so much easier and so much more
He can teach you how to cook halibut and spot prawns, and she teaches you how to pack.
How to pack. Yeah.
Dare I ask this question, Mr. Bishop? Does she pack for you?
Yes, absolutely. I've learned so much from some of the fellow travelers, like David and Wendy, about this not carrying huge amounts of luggage.
Incredible.
And just, So.
Well, it helps if you're going to a warm climate.
It does.
If you're going to a warm climate, you don't need, the big parkas and the big boots.
It's true, but I went to France to visit some friends, and they lost our luggage. British Air. Our bags went to Milano.
Milano.
And we were going to France.
Gosh.
And so for a week in Europe, I had like black jeans, a pair of cowboy boots, and a black shirt.
Bikini
and a bikini. But no, actually, I had a really bad-looking muumuu that somebody from the hotel gave us.
Fashion
It
police,
was one of those, and it was Mireille Giuliano who wrote "French Women Don't Get Fat."
Oh yeah,
Yes.
And she was head of like Veuve Clicquot at the time, and all these people had these outfits to die for.
Yes.
And I'm in my really bad clothes.
Which airline was it? British Airways.
British Airways.
Well, you can blame the British then.
Well, I'm going to. And I'm going to. But it proved to me that you can just dip, hang out.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
it was so freeing because people say, get your bag in. I'd say, don't have one.
No, easy,
Right.
just me. Just me.
So your event, Soul Shake, is coming up this weekend at Red Robinson, and your restaurant has been going for what? How many years
26 years, Fanny, now,
You know what you're doing, eh?
Well, every day,
At
it's a new
that Bishop's.
experience, and I love it more than ever, and it's an extension of my home.
Yes,
and
it
I have
is.
wonderful clientele. So
Well, one of the best in this city, for sure.
thank you, Fanny.
You're the best host in this city, one of the best hosts
Thank you.
in the city.
Fine dining.
Fine dining.
Yes.
Always. Oh, nice to see you.
Thank you, likewise.
Journeys with Heart.
Thank
Can't
you.
wait to go.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll come with you, too.
Yes.
And Shaw is pleased to announce the 2012 Fill the Food Banks campaign starting this week. For more information, visit togetherisamazing.com. Remember, you can catch all of our conversations on YouTube or follow us on Twitter at Fanny Studio 4.